We're going to start with our 1 o'clock item 611, which is consideration of Western Region Town Hall presentation to the Lake County Board of Supervisors. With that, I will turn this over to the Council of the Western Region Town Hall.
Thank you. My name is Tim Chiara. I live in Nice. Western Region Town Hall was formed in 2017. Supervisor Jim Steele saw the Municipal Advisory Council as a necessary component to the Office of County Supervisor, providing information concerning local issues and needs that might otherwise be overlooked. Since that time, Western Region Town Hall has continued being a squeaky wheel on various subjects, from Upper Lake levee maintenance to the recent biochar installation and the need for law enforcement and code enforcement efforts in Nice. To say that this has been an educational opportunity would be an understatement. As one of the most basic components of local government, Western Region Town Hall has shown that timely citizen input is possible and should be encouraged in every way available. Municipal Advisory Council members serve at their own expense from a desire to increase participation by local communities in the affairs of governance. Western Region Town Hall has had the privilege of inspirational models to that end. Our first chairman, Gene Polino, and council member Melinda Wright both gave of their time and resources to further the successful operation of Western Region Town Hall. We celebrate their example and seek to continue along the path they traveled with us. We commend the Board of Supervisors for continuing to utilize the Municipal Advisory Councils as an unparalleled resource of local expertise and knowledge concerning matters of public health, safety, welfare, public works, and planning. We look forward to a productive future for all the residents of Lake County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dave Hendrick, and I'm with the Pile Road Subcommittee for the cleanup of Pile Road. The Pile Road Cleanup Subcommittee has been working on actively cleaning up the area around Pile Road for about 2 years. Before that, we have been independently trying to clean up and stop squatters from moving into the roughly 6,000 lots of the Clear Lake Gardens subdivision. The committee comprised of 4 members of the community. We have been diligently reporting to Western Region Town Hall about progress and problems involved in cleaning up. This year we have seen a major effort by county code compliance, and since the implementation of the copter program, there has been much achievement towards our goals. County code enforcement officers Norman Joey Valdez and Logan Smith have been extremely helpful and aggressively worked with contractors to clean up many of the sites. This is one of them that was really a mess, and that was right on the edge of Pile Road. Between the free dump days and code enforcement's contracted cleanup efforts, close to half of the dump sites have been mostly cleaned up. 39 dump sites, I believe. Logan's continued pressure on dumpers has resulted in the dumpers going back and actually cleaning up their own messes in a couple of cases, and that was really good. It resulted in a bunch of vehicles that have been there for many, many years being cleaned up and removed. The continued pressure on the squatters living on the various parcels has helped us to keep others from moving in. The results are clear that if the area looks cleaner, there's less likelihood of people dumping and less likelihood of squatters moving in. And the word is out, they won't be able to simply camp on land they don't even own. This is the map, and the white sites are the ones that have been cleaned up. The present issue is that several of the squatters have moved onto reservation land down on the end of Pile Road, and neither the county sheriff nor CHP is willing to stop or do anything with that. The code enforcement is unable to do anything as well because they're on Indian land. once again, we face the daunting challenge of getting little assistance to getting anything done, and there have been several more dump sites recently added in that area right at the end of Pile Road. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Julia Carrera, Worth Levy Subcommittee Chair Lead, and I'm here today to present on our work that we've done thus far. There's a video that will be playing while I'm speaking, I hope. Efforts to manage high stream flows and relocate annual watercourses began with early agriculture in the Upper Lake Valley. In approximately 1958, the Army Corps of Engineers and Bureau of Reclamation built the Middle Creek and Clover Creek levees, including a large flood control channel that you see there, aka the Middle Creek Diversion Project. They did this to prevent frequent flood of the town of Upper Lake. They also relocated the lower portion of Clover Creek south of Highway 20. This system is an imperfect system. We are grateful Lake County Department of Water Resources continues to look at the issues, and the discussion needs to expand. As you can see, sediment and gravel washed down from the Mendocino National Forest mountains is trapped between the levees, which is a forever maintenance problem. In some areas, like Alley Creek near Pitney Lane and at the diversion structure, the initial engineering was poor. From 1960 to 96, the State Department of Water Resources provided maintenance, but in 1996 discontinued it and left maintenance to Lake County. Maintenance activities conducted by Lake County include levee patrolling, especially during and after high water events, emergency flood fights as needed, mowing of grasses, control of weeds with herbicides, removal of excess woody growth, trees and bushes within the levee easements, maintenance of levee roads, removal and trimming of the trees and brush within the creek's active channel, as you see there, periodic removal of sediment deposits, as you see there. That is the confluence, and that is now full of gravel and removed the check dam. Some of these items have not been done in recent years or have been done in a poor and or incomplete manner as compared to earlier county efforts. Thank you very much to the Water Resources Department for their extraction efforts and for contracting with a local firm, Coleman Construction, for the recent sediment removal that took place at the Clover Alley confluence and at the diversion structure. There is no removal of the overgrown vegetation dams anywhere in the channel as of yet. To the best of this committee's knowledge, based on research and our prior county employee interviews, in 60 plus years, there has never been any attempt to return the system to its original design capacity through major removal of accumulate sediment. You can see some of those patches. That gray is all sediment. Of immediate urgency is the very large growth of vegetation, including some trees over 40 feet tall, growing directly in the flood channel, as the video depicts. Over the last 10 to 12 years, there have been at least 5 different directors of the Water Resources Department and Watershed Protection District, and many new employees. In this committee's opinion and view, this has resulted in serious loss of institutional memory as well as shifting priorities. There also appears to have been a loss of practical know-how in carrying out the regular maintenance functions. We, the people of Upper Lake, as stakeholders and citizen scientists, would like to have an ongoing dialogue with the County Watershed Protection District and its staff about permits, funding and performance of maintenance activities, and the possibility of the existing scourer continuing to advance into the levee itself. This committee supports a vigorous gravel extraction and vegetative dam removal effort to champion the mandated Clear Lake Hitch habitat restoration and reduce flooding to the Upper Lake community. We support the Watershed Protection District and Board of Supervisors taking advantage of knowledge and skills of persons in the Upper Lake community who have observed the levee system for many years and decades. Thank you.
Good afternoon, supervisors. Thank you so much. I'm Thomas Aceves. I live in Nice, and I'm the chairman of the Western Region Town Hall. At this point in the presentation, I'll be stepping in for Claudine Pedricelli, who cannot be here today. She's the Upper Lake representative, and she's on a subcommittee called the School Traffic Safety Committee. She has been on the Worth since its inception in 2017, which she has proudly served. Now she has the subcommittee with Mary and Ray Friedrich. Their goals: to work at providing a traffic safety to all students at Upper Lake Unified School District. Number 2, to work towards crosswalks that ensure safety while crossing roads. AB 413 is a law that prohibits parking within 20 feet of crosswalks. We need to work toward that. CHP drive-bys are in place at drop-off and pickup times at Upper Lake Elementary, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Calling complaints of reckless driving, she requests. Success, number 4, success. On private school property, they have placed a stop sign and no left turn at Upper Lake Elementary to create safety awareness. Number 5, they are working on placing speed bumps on 2nd Street, Upper Lake, to slow down speed. A donation is available. Discussion with Lake County Public Works will continue on this matter. Number 6, school zone safety. These are the priorities. Slow down, stay alert, never block crosswalks, no distractions, including, of course, texting, no double parking, teach your children to look both ways. Number 7, ongoing requests to county to secure a much-needed stop sign at Middle Creek and 2nd Street in Upper Lake. Accidents occur here regularly. The Safety Committee will continue to make Upper Lake a safe place for students in the community. It takes all of us to work together to achieve this life-saving end result. Thank you.
Hello, Lisa Marie Benavides, Upper Lake representative. One of our responsibilities on the MAC is to act as the bridge between the community and the Board of Supervisors. To effectively fulfill this, timely and effective communication is paramount. Supervisor Crandall's availability has been much appreciated, and we look forward to the continued relationship building and responding to community asks, like the Upper Lake Dump Day that Supervisor Crandall coordinated and assisted with on September 13th. Our hope today is that that availability and responsiveness can be cultivated across the county officials. Unfortunately, multiple community members have reported non-responses to public information requests and formal requests from our Worth chair for county officials to attend our meetings or present during our public monthly meeting have frequently gone unresponded to. We understand there are many projects in the air, and multiple priorities can result in our officials being stretched thin. We do not wish to add to that burden. However, our success is fundamentally attached to our ability to communicate within reasonable timelines and through various methods with our leaders. We hope that through relationship building and from presentations such as this one, we are able to connect more effectively to continue to serve the Worth constituents proudly and efficiently. We are an asset to your work, and together we can accomplish so much more.
Again, I'm Thomas Aceves, Chairman of the Worth Western Region Town Hall. I want to thank the supervisors and Chairman Crandall for inviting us here. We've prepared this, and we hope it's informative to you in understanding our issues and how to come together and help bring policies and ordinances that will help North Shore and many of our other county areas. I want to thank, again, Chairman Crandall and all of you for inviting our Western Region Town Hall Council for letting us share our presentations, which included celebrating our successes and voicing our concerns in our communities. As you heard today from this great group of people, I feel the Municipal Advisory Council is filled with insightful solutions and knowledge from vast spectrum of experiences, including past vocations, life experiences, and education. In fact, this experience, we believe we can continue to help our supervisor and the Board of Supervisors find better solutions and outcomes for all the North Shore communities. Therefore, we're excited to announce, for the first time in our county, a joint venture between the 3 municipal advisory councils on the North Shore. Fairly soon, you'll see the launch of our District 3 combination Super MAC, meeting focusing directly on issues that the whole North Shore feels that need to be addressed. In fact, we have sent out a survey in the last few weeks, which has been a couple months now, asking for our North Shore communities to highest priorities that need to be addressed. We hope to launch this first meeting in the 4th quarter, which we're in, and we hope to launch that fairly soon. Also, we acknowledge that the recent explosion and subsequent fire of a red tag house on Hudson Street in Nice, which has happened over a month ago or so, the Western Region Town Hall Council feels there may be a disconnect between the Lake County Sheriff Department and code enforcement on lawful occupation within red tag dwellings. Therefore, we're happy that Supervisor Crandall has committed to organizing a town hall, including the Lake County Sheriff Department and code enforcement, to help clarify their obligations to the law on red tag occupancy and to help them understand our community's needs on overall code enforcement issues that still plague our communities. In fact, we created a new copter oversight committee on Worth, Western Region Town Hall, to focus on these very concerns. We do celebrate the recent outcomes, though. We want to celebrate those. The trash dump days that have happened and accepted over 1.4 million tons of trash on the North Shore was awesome. Also, the recent Upper Lake trash collection. The focus of the community-oriented policing targeted relief, which is copter, on aggressively handling, we want to celebrate them on handling code enforcement issues, including the Pile Road dump areas. It's awesome that WIC got cleaned up. The Western Region Town Hall Council and our community want to thank all the county staff and the leadership that make these outcomes happen. However, it was with the utmost decency that we ask all departments to show transparency and hold them accountable for their outcomes and deliverables. Moreover, as Lisa's presented, we ask for reasonable, timely feedback and responses to our emails and phone calls from the departments we reach out to. Now, with all the presentations today, we encourage the board to work with Supervisor Crandall in creating policies to help find solutions to our concerns that still plague our communities. We hope that this presentation helps you understand with clarity our accomplishments and continued concerns. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Thank you. That concludes the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Aceves, for the presentation. At this time, I'll open it up for any questions or comments from the board, and I believe Supervisor Sabatier is first.
I appreciate the presentation. I think learning more of some of the concerns, specifics, and successes that are happening in individual, not just districts, but regions of a district is important for all of us to know. I'm happy you guys highlighted copter. I think it's always a work in progress, but I'm seeing and hearing positive feedback from it and expecting to continue to hear positive feedback as we keep going and keep learning more about how best to handle the issues that are in the North Shore area, especially Upper Lake and Nice. And paper parcels, you know, I understand that that is a high concern and we need to deal with those. Thomas, I've known you as the original trash picker-upper. I believe you had the Nice Lucerne Cutoff Road dedicated specifically to you. Still do. And I love seeing you being a part of Worth and continuing to be on that mission and getting more people to join you and making that happen. I believe the creek that was highlighted, I know we used to have a gentleman named Paul, I want to say, who used to show up at the Middle Creek restoration, because that is a alteration of the original, I believe, and that it was supposed to go down south first and foremost into the Middle Creek area. And I'm hoping, as I know there's a long time, but as we progress in our Middle Creek restoration project, that maybe there's ways to restore that original creek so that it doesn't have the impact that it does in Upper Lake, because we've seen the pictures and we know that inundations do occur. So I'm happy that there's work going on there. I'm glad you guys are focused on those things. And again, happy to learn more and hear about the successes and continued concerns, and appreciate the feedback from you guys today in your presentation.
Okay.
Anything further from the?
Yeah, I'd like to,
Go ahead, Supervisor Hahn.
I was pretty impressed with seeing the map with all those white markers on it. That was impressive. Thank you. So it's great to see what you're doing, and I think the free dump days, that speaks volumes, and then to actually see it on the map of all those areas that you guys cleaned, that's phenomenal. And I think that's a really cool idea with your Supermax, with your town halls kind of joining together. I think that's a pretty cool idea, and there's power in numbers, so that's perfect. So thank you for what you're doing.
And I appreciate the presentation today. I appreciate that you submitted all the statements to us beforehand, as well as the PowerPoint that you had. So we've had a chance to look at that before the meeting and during the meeting. So that was helpful. I appreciate the work that Worth is doing. I think somebody mentioned it. Our town halls, our municipal advisory councils are important in that they're an avenue for the specific areas of different communities to be able to, go have an easier time providing information, which, they can then be sent up, through your council up to the Board of Supervisors. So that's important. Appreciate what you guys are doing, and thank you for the presentation today. Anything further? Yes, Supervisor
Just
Sabatier.
one more thing. I missed one of your committees, and I appreciate hearing it, and I knew it existed, was basically the school safety one. I think every community has to deal with pick up and drop off at schools, and it's always chaos. And so the fact that you have a community organized forum to be able to talk about those things and what's needed, I think every community would benefit from having one of those. I know we're having discussions about some of that as well, and so I appreciate that you have had some small successes and continuing to look for more. So I think that's a big win to have that.
At this point, I'll go ahead and open this to the public. If we have anybody in the room who wishes to comment, seeing none. Johanna, do we have anyone online? Or we do have one in public, in the room. State your name for the record, please, sir, and you'll have 3 minutes.
Hi, I'm John Laboito. I have been farming in Upper Lake for 10 or 12 years. My property is located my property straddles the levees and the diversion structure. I'm kind of at ground zero for some of the situations that have been described here. This has been of great interest to me. It's right smack in my backyard. And the thing is that in the 10 or 12 years that I've been here, we have had 5 different directors of water resources and innumerable young employees. And so I really want to stress this loss of institutional knowledge, as well as the loss of practical know-how in getting these maintenance activities done. And what I think we, with the town hall, would really like to have happen is that we could have a small subcommittee somehow that would meet with the Water Resources Department on a regular basis, monthly, 6 weeks, 2 months, whatever it is, and go over the status of, funding, where the permits are, what the obstacles are, but particularly what our own observations are out there on the levees. Because I know I talk to the younger employees out there. They have their own mindset of what they think is going on. They don't have any background about what's gone before. The Coleman was out there in the last 2 weeks. He took away a few truckloads of gravel. That's all to the good. Doesn't begin to address the major problem that we see.
Thank you. Seeing no one else in the room, was there anyone online, Johanna? No hands, then we'll go ahead and close this item. Thank you again for being here today. We appreciate it.